We are live, coming back to you with another one. I'm here, and so is my guest, Mr. Whedon. How are you doing this fine, lovely Wednesday?
I'm doing pretty good. I've been doing a lot of work around the house, so I feel kind of energized, to be honest.
That's good. That's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Well, let's get this show on the road. First off, I'm gonna start off by saying I think you should check out Cobra Kai, and here's why. Granted, you said before we started you weren't a fan of it because of you're not into Karate Kid and all that, but
Yeah,
it's a different take, and it's through the eyes of
Johnny.
Johnny
Uh,
Lawrence,
the
his
actor or the character?
the character,
Okay, I don't remember who that is.
the blonde kid. Remember
Oh,
the
the boy.
blonde?
Oh, his rival.
Yes, the rivals. Remember, this is more like centered around his perspective of how all the events took place, and
Hmm.
they did a really good job of blending the first movie flashbacks with the show,
Hmm.
and it's great. There's pretty good comedy, not over the top comedy, nothing that
Hmm.
beats you over the head. Like the best line to me was when Johnny goes, "What's a Facebook?" Because he's
uh,
not in touch with social media and all that. The only character that did not show up was the ex girlfriend.
oh, so the actress that played her did not come back.
No, but they talked about her quite a bit.
Hmm.
And I watched something else, and they're thinking she'll probably show up in the second season, which I'm hoping this gets a second season because you know what? This was an excellent show from beginning to end. I'm not one to like rock and roll like that or old school 80s music,
Hmm.
but the soundtrack for the episodes were great, and it's funny. It brings the old nostalgia back that was fun. Because I mean, let's be real, karate ain't fun to watch unless it's over the top.
Yeah, if it's just basic karate, it's kind of boring to watch. But
But this did a pretty good job of mixing crappy karate with a little bit of good karate. I'm sorry, there's just one scene where Daniel does a roundhouse kick and it looked bad. But
eh. Well,
he's
I mean,
58 years old. What do you expect?
exactly. Yeah, he's pretty old, so you can't really expect him to be as limber as he used to be.
But like I said, if I believe you have YouTube Red with your Google Music subscription,
I do, yeah.
dude. 10 episodes. Honestly, you'll watch them, and before you know it, you're already done. The last episode being the longest at 36 minutes.
I thought Cobra Kai was on Netflix.
No, it's actually a YouTube Red show.
Oh, that might give me even more reason not to use it.
Why?
Uh, I don't like YouTube Red's content. I don't. It
You
has
don't have to like the other content. Just watch this.
it's because of their it might be because of the frames per second. I mean, cut. I would assume that the shows are in 60 frames.
I don't know how they filmed it, but I know they filmed it well. It.
I don't like shows that are in 60 frames. It hurts my eyes.
I don't know if you could tell the difference.
I can. Because look, you know the video games I play. I've played video games at 30 frames and at 60 frames. The difference is noticeable. Very noticeable.
Well, I mean, if you say so, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I said, dude, give it a shot. The first 2 episodes are free,
Mhm.
so if I was you, I would give it a shot.
Well,
See if
I
you like
have
it.
YouTube Red, so
So I'm
I'll have
saying
access. Yeah.
you don't have to like. It ain't like you got to go subscribe to some new service or anything like that. Just give it a shot. It's really good, and I think you'll like it. If you don't like it, well, at least hey, you watch the first 2 episodes. If it doesn't hook you, it doesn't hook you.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I wasn't that much a fan of Karate Kid when I was a kid anyway, so I might like last 3 episodes in. I just
You might not. Like I said, dude, the average episode was about 25 minutes.
okay. That's
It's
not
like a
that
30-minute
bad.
sitcom on regular TV.
Mhm.
And honestly, you would have thought this was on Netflix. That's how good the production value was.
Well, it's probably because they had they were able to get all they probably had the funding to support it.
Well, they had pretty good producers and stuff like that on it. So, like I said,
Yeah.
excellent show. I highly recommend it. It's a fun watch. It really is. As you know how I am with karate, because or martial arts in general. Iron Fist was bad as far as
Mhm.
martial arts. At
Yeah.
least this one was bearable.
Well, you could also say the same thing about Into the Badlands because the martial arts in that show is way over the top, more
But
so
that's what
than
you
anything.
expected, something like that.
It's like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon running on bamboo branches. That's
But
what
you
it is.
expect that.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. Next up, I want to touch on Life of the Party, starring Melissa McCartney. I went into this movie last night expecting nothing really out of it.
Mhm.
And by God, that shit was funny as hell.
I don't like Melissa McCarthy. I don't.
You know what? Say what you want about her. She has a lot of hits and misses.
Mhm.
But what she brought to that movie yesterday was great.
I don't like her. I don't think she's funny. I mean, the last movie I saw her in was the Ghostbusters like reboot or remake or whatever. And even though I did not have problems with that movie as much as everyone else did, I said the movie was not as bad as everyone was saying it was. However, I would have to say Melissa McCarthy's character in that movie was the weakest part of that movie.
No, she
I
wasn't.
I could not stand her. I thought Kate McKinnon was much better. I loved her character in that movie.
Honestly, the best part of that whole movie was Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, I would have to agree on that front. Chris
But
Hemsworth was hilarious.
that's like I said. If you don't like her, you don't like her.
Yeah.
But from what I saw yesterday, the movie is funny. It's not going to be for everyone because, like you said, not everybody likes her style of comedy, or not everybody, is going to flock to the movies to see it because Avengers is still out there. But like I said, it's a fun movie from beginning to end. The husband that she's supposedly getting divorced from, he's just a straight up douchebag.
Mm,
Like the jokes landed when they needed to land.
okay.
So that's what makes a good comedy is when the jokes land and your whole theater is laughing. Like I said when I came home and told the wife, I've never sat in a screener where that shit was super packed. This one was packed. Every seat was filled, and fuck was the theater hot.
Oh yeah, it was probably hot because of all those people. Built up of excitement, elevated body temperatures. I mean, of course it's going to heat up the room.
Like I said, it was a fun. My cousin and my buddy, we loved the movie. We came out laughing. We were like, shit, this was better than we thought it was going to be. So I would say check it out, but I know you won't.
No,
You
I'm not. I
you
don't
might
like
watch it if it ends up on Netflix, but that's a
Netflix
big if.
probably. Netflix probably, but no, I'm not going to go out of my way to buy it because I don't buy comedies.
Oh, I wouldn't expect you to buy it. That's not
Yeah.
one I would buy neither. I
Yeah.
would probably rent that to watch with the wife.
Yeah.
But let's kick off our regularly scheduled program,
Mhm.
The Expanse. I liked last week's episode. I liked the way it kicked off. It's
I did
picking
too.
up.
I liked it too. Mainly because for crap. What is her name? The woman that wrote the secretary's speech.
Oh, I
Which
don't know her name, but I know
yeah
who you're talking about.
yeah. Just like when she was sitting in the audience and the secretary was giving his speech, and then he went to the point saying like, we need to bring Mars back into the fold, make it a part of Earth again, get rid of Mars's government. And the look on her face, I was like, you know what? That's not the secretary talking. That is Aaron Wright. That is all Aaron Wright.
Yep.
I knew it was him. It had to. I wouldn't be surprised if she wrote the speech completely, and then Aaron Wright snuck in and went like,
I have a feeling Aaron Wright is going to assassinate the person who's in charge to become the leader.
Well, wait a second. Wait a second. If Aaron Wright decides to assassinate the current secretary, according to the rights of succession, if they use the same rights of succession, wouldn't it go to Avasarala? It doesn't. Isn't she more powerful than he is?
Well, technically, she is a traitor, a fugitive.
Yeah, but the thing is,
She has to clear her name.
yeah, she does have to clear her name. So, which for the record, I am actually hoping that Avasarala, once she clears her name, she's gonna like walk up to Aaron Wright and she's not gonna shoot him. All she's gonna do is she's gonna have a look of disappointment on her face, and then she's gonna smack him. And I think that's all I want her to do. I don't want her to kill him. I don't. I think that would be more than enough for her to do.
We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
But I like how you can still see that Naomi and Holden have something there.
Yes, they do. With the thing is that I even when they had their whole romance thing last season, I never believed it. I didn't think that it could work because the two couldn't be more different.
But that's what romance is about. People who are different. You need
Opposite
a
attract. Look, I don't believe
you
in the whole
need
opposite attract, man. I don't.
it, but it's true. It's true. You need a yin to your yang. You
Uh,
can't have like it's cool to have some things in common with your partner, whether it be
mhm,
male or female. But if
mhm.
you have everything totally in common, dude, then what the fuck? You're dating yourself in all reality.
I suppose. I suppose that
But
works. But still, I just
man, I felt bad for Alex.
uh
The Marines whooped his ass.
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, which for the record, as soon as they went onto the ship, I knew that they were going to try to take it over. I
Oh,
knew
I
they would.
knew. I had that feeling they were going to be trouble.
Yeah,
I really did.
because remember, the Rocinante is a stolen Martian ship. And you have Martian Marines coming onto the ship, and they're like, "Oh, this is a stolen Martian ship." See, I was actually surprised that Bobby didn't say anything about it. I mean, she did say something, but all she really said is who defaced the Martian flag. That's all she said. She didn't actually say, "Why are you using a stolen Martian vessel?" Bobby didn't care about that, so I thought that was kind of funny.
Well, because granted she's Martian, probably by birth,
Yeah,
but
she is
right
Martian
now
by
she's
birth.
an outcast from Mars. From Mars.
Yeah, they
So,
consider her a deserter.
well, like I said, dude, that episode was great.
Yeah, it was. It was fantastic.
It was a great show. I love it. Can't wait to watch it tonight. Well, in my case, most likely tomorrow morning.
Mhm.
Now, Krypton.
Okay, Krypton, I really liked this episode. I really liked it. I thought I was not surprised when Vex pretty much swore allegiance to Brainiac. I thought that was funny. He was being a little pansy is what he was doing.
He
And then
had
when
no choice.
he may not have had a choice, but he was still being a pansy. And then of course he attempted to kill his own daughter, and then she ended up joining Seg and Zod and Lyta.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he failed miserably with that.
Oh yeah, because he couldn't do it. I mean, he had said it himself. Out of all of his children, he thought he considered her Lissa his favorite because she was the one that took his lessons and his teachings to heart, and she was basically like she was just like him. She was just as manipulative. She was just as vindictive. So, yeah, so Lissa would most likely be her father's favorite because she's the one that's more like him.
Like I said, I'm thinking Krypton has been great. Sega's been a little annoying, and so has Adam. Oh my God, such he wanted a pity party this week.
Well, no, Adam Strange, I can understand how he's acting a lot. It's because he feels like he failed Superman. So I can understand why he's the way that he is. Seg, on the other hand, no. I was expecting Seg to be much more what's the word? Not smarter. I would expect him to be smarter, is what I'm looking for. And he hasn't been. I mean, hell, his whole plan to shoot Brainiac, I mean, they knew that they weren't going to kill Brainiac, but they would have had to have known that Brainiac had a plan to.
Well, they didn't because who would have saw that follower of his pull that junkie stunt that they pulled,
mm,
and then it causes Brainiac to do what he did.
mm,
So it was one of those scenarios that he was hoping his plan would have succeeded, but in reality, it didn't.
yeah.
It just brought the followers more in droves to his crazy ass.
Yeah, and now it's even. I wouldn't be surprised at the end of this season. Not the end of this season, but well, you know what? No, it doesn't matter what I think. What do you think's going to happen? Do you think the Brainiac is going to succeed in taking Kandor, or are they going to rescue it?
But see, according to what Adam Strange is saying, they have to take Kandor,
Yes,
and
they
they
do.
have to stop Zod.
Yeah.
See, he didn't factor Zod coming back from the future to stop this moment. That's why Superman is disappearing.
Mm,
So, but the one thing that the episode also provided is, the lanterns exist, and then I
wait,
heard
what? The Lanterns?
the Lantern Corps exists in this universe.
Okay, I thought this was. I thought this movie was sort of a prequel to the Man of Steel movie.
Well, dude, Man of Steel is supposed to be, but as you've seen with the casting of Zod, the Zod family,
Mm,
it ain't.
yeah, it's not. It's
So
its own thing.
yeah,
I
it's
guess
its
you.
own thing, and I'm liking it.
I guess you could count it as the same thing as what Gotham does.
Oh
Even
God, please don't mention that garbage.
even though you don't like Gotham, it still acts as an origin story for Batman. While Krypton acts as sort of an origin story of sorts, not to Superman, but to the entire House of L. So technically speaking, Krypton and Gotham are kind of the same show.
Well, Krypton's way better than Gotham. Gotham sucks crap.
Oh, I will agree to that. As much as I like Gotham, I think Krypton is better. But
But
no, I'm going to be even more pissed off with Gotham because next season they are rebooting the entire series.
good.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
It's a good thing.
Really? So
Yeah, maybe
they're going to be replacing most of the actors.
good. Replace them. Fix the show. Make it better than what that crap really is.
You do know that the only reason why they're rebooting it is so they can hurry up and get to the Batman
Good.
aspect.
Th- How do you have a show without fucking Batman?
I'm sorry, man, but that's not what Gotham is about. Gotham was always about the GCPD and Gordon.
And you know what? They failed miserably with that.
I mean, Gotham was supposed to be an origin story for Gordon. It was supposed to be about him, not Bruce. Bruce was supposed to be a side character.
And then they changed that, I believe, going into season 2.
They did, yeah.
So,
And then of course they screwed over Poison Ivy. They put her through a whole metamorphosis in order to make her more like an attractive older woman, which I don't get because I mean all the villains were supposed to be young. I mean Nigma, I can understand him being a young adult, but Catwoman was supposed to be a teenager. Poison Ivy was supposed to be a teenager. It was supposed to be before they became their respective villains.
and they failed miserably with that. But, moving on to Arrow.
Yeah.
Arrow was okay. I like the little twist with Merlin.
Well, the thing is, I was like, when Merlin showed up, I was like, okay, who is this guy? But then, of course, when he took off that mask, I was like, oh, it's him again. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Christopher. It's Christopher Chains.
that's what made it like, because I was wondering, yo, where's this Merlin from? What Earth
To be honest, even if it was a Tommy Merlin from one of the other Earths, what possible reason would he have
to be
to
here?
to be here exactly?
Oh, there was just one problem with the episode, though. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Diggle Wiggle at the beginning.
Oh, he was rescuing Christopher Chains.
Yeah, but the whole fact that he shot, I believe it was a Jeep, and then
Hmm.
how the Jeep just
Oh.
exploded and went over.
Yeah,
Oh,
I thought it was a little little too crazy for that whole fight scene where, like you said, he shot the Jeep, it like flipped over him, the whole like camera painting and all that.
oh.
I was like, really? You're gonna be taking it this far?
And then the whole fact, the way he was just shooting people while he's parachuting down, and
Uh-huh.
really, bro, I'm sorry. How do you miss somebody parachuting?
Well, if they're a moving target, it's harder to hit them. Well, not necessarily, because all they would have to do is take out the parachute itself.
Thank you.
Yeah,
So that was just ridiculous.
yeah. That was a little ridiculous, yeah. But I'm actually kind of happy for Laurel now because she betrayed Diaz. And although I will say it was really stupid of her to go to Diaz and attack him and his
Oh
men.
my! Look,
That
bro, I'm
that was
sorry.
that was really stupid.
Yeah, it was.
Diaz is smart enough to know how to handle someone like her.
But see, that's the thing that's annoying with this show. How they're making this regular Joe Schmo crime lord this all powerful smart man when he's really not.
He's not a genius. He's not a technological genius, but he does have street smarts. He
And
knows.
again, he shouldn't be smarter than Oliver when it comes to the streets. It's like Oliver became stupid.
No, Oliver understands the streets from a different point of view. Oliver was he did survive that hell for 5 years, but due to his his actual experience, he reacts to the situation differently. While Diaz, he had his own version of hell that lasted a lot longer than 5 years.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
Yeah,
We only got what I believe 2 episodes left for this one.
around that 2 or 3, I think.
So it's almost time, folks. Summer TV. For me, I'll be fine. I don't know about you, Chuck.
Well, no, I probably got shows on Netflix to watch, and then I also got my games to keep me occupied.
Oh boy, games, more games.
Oh yeah, yeah. Shut up, you judgmental bastard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. How about fucking Gravitron this week?
I'm sorry. What?
Gravitonium, whatever
Oh,
the hell his name is.
Graviton. That's right. Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say. I was like, what are you talking about? But no. No.
Kneel before me.
Agents of Shield. I'm kind of indifferent about this episode. I would have to say the only part of the entire episode that I really liked was the scene where Yo-Yo and Daisy were fighting, and then May shot off the gun and said, like, "Are you two done?" I mean, I'm not entirely sure who to side with in that conflict.
I'm sorry, I side with Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo did the right thing. The girl was psychotic.
Yeah.
She was mentally unstable, and the fact that she had 8% of the gravitonium in her just
Hmm.
made her that much more dangerous.
Yeah.
You were not breaking through to her. I don't care what Daisy was saying. She's delusional.
Hmm.
And I like the fact that we got to see Cassius, his dad.
Cassius' father. Yeah, we got to see him, which I'm kind of curious about. How old is Cassius at this point?
Well, you gotta understand,
Because
that was 90 years in the future.
I know, but the thing is that how old is Cassius in the present?
Well,
because
he's probably, I want to say maybe a little young kid.
you also have to wonder what is the average life cycle of a Kree.
Oh, who knows?
I mean, do they live just as long as humans do, or do they age much slower? That's the question.
That's the question that we'll probably never know.
We'll probably never find out. We might end up seeing Cassius as a young boy, but like maybe maybe his father like brings him onto the Confederacy ship or something.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm liking Shield. Shield, I think, only has 2 episodes left before it's done for the season.
Yeah, 2 episodes.
So and hopefully it comes back for a sixth.
Mm.
But now, how'd you like Westworld this week?
Okay. This week's episode of Westworld was a lot better than the last two. I liked it a lot.
It's running the same formula that it did last season.
I don't
Like the
know.
first 2 episodes,
Something about
this,
something.
then the third one started to pick up.
Yeah, this episode was pretty good. I liked it a lot. Um, let's see what's I like what was going on with Bernard. I really liked him where he started to like shake again in his hand. So that meant that whatever the stuff he put into his brain is running out. So it's not unlimited.
Yeah, remember, Bernard set himself to die in 72 hours. So he
He's ju-
has to do little transfusions to keep himself alive.
yeah.
So I guess keep the clock ticking.
Mm.
So, but what'd you think of the beginning, the very beginning of the episode? I swear, when I first saw it, I thought I was in like, yo, did HBO screw up?
Oh yeah, yeah. I was on. At first, I was like, okay, so what's going on here? I was like, oh shit, wait a minute, this is one of the other parks.
It didn't dawn on me until I saw the Bengal tiger
Yeah,
that it was another park. But
yeah.
now I have a theory, but I want your take on who the girl was in the beginning of the episode.
I don't know who she is yet.
Well, we don't know a name, but do you have any feelings of who she might be or who she's connected to?
I think you know what. Come to think of it, I think she might be William's daughter.
That's my theory too.
Yeah, I think she might be the daughter of the Man in Black.
Yes,
Yeah,
I believe so.
yeah.
Because if memory serves me correct, didn't William write in a journal back last season in the early days?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, because remember, she pulled out that journal, and then there was also something else that was noticed in the journal
Hmm.
when Bernard was trying to decipher the programming from Abernathy
Hmm.
that was in that journal as well, a symbol. So it's getting interesting.
Yeah, and the thing is that if you remember the flashback for Dolores, where she's like sitting at the piano and she's playing the piano, and then young William is talking to his father-in-law, and then off in the distance you see William's wife, or maybe his girl. It was most likely his wife at the
Yeah,
time.
it was his wife and daughter at the time.
Well, no, I think there were two kids. It was a daughter and a son.
No, he only had one.
Oh, a daughter. Okay, so yeah, that might actually be the girl. Okay, yeah.
So like I said, Westworld was good. I
Hmm.
liked it. I liked the whole. I thought Cyclops was a bitch, but hey, everybody else agreed that he had to do what he had to do to
Remind me, who is Cyclops again?
Brian Masterson, the guy who's protecting Dolores somewhat.
Oh, that's Colossus.
I said Cyclops.
So why is he called Cyclops?
X-Men.
Oh, duh. Okay. I'm sorry. I am completely oblivious. Yes, he played X-Men in the first
Three.
first three movies. Okay, because he was only in the third one for like, I don't know, about 5 minutes before he was killed off.
But
Which he knows plenty about in Westworld because he got killed so many times in season one.
but that's And the one thing it explained how the Bengal tiger got into the Westworld Park.
Mm. Yeah, it does explain it. She probably was able to kill the tiger like right before it jumped on her. So, but I'm actually
Oh,
kind of
I didn't think
surprised
about
that she
that.
was able to survive that fall.
Well, it's falling into water.
Yeah, but the thing is, there was rocks on the way down. She could have hit any one of them.
Oh, but remember when the tiger, it's like the tiger bear hugged her.
Hmm.
So I'm pretty sure his momentum when he jumped off the ledge to try to get her
Hmm.
pushed her further out more to past the rocks heading down.
Okay, that could work. Yeah.
So, and then depending on how she fell in the water, she could survive. I mean, if she
Hmm.
falls on her back, pretty sure she would have knocked herself out and been done,
Hmm.
drowned. So hopefully she used a tiger to help her fall. But like I
Yeah.
said, it was a fun show.
Hmm.
I'm looking forward to this Sundays. I like what Maeve is doing with her little boyfriend and how the writer's like, you're not supposed to hold hands and all this other that. You guys ain't supposed to have feelings for each other. You're supposed to care about Isabel and all this other. And he's like, oh
No,
well,
I'm actually kind of surprised that he was able to say that, and just the way that they reacted. Because remember, he's only there because Maeve thinks that he's useful.
uh huh,
If she no longer thinks that if he's useful, they have no reason to keep him alive.
yeah. But for now, and then
Yeah.
but see, at the end of last season, I thought the other two gentlemen died.
Oh, Felix and the asshole.
Okay, good names.
Yeah.
And then the fact that he was holding the grenade on his chin.
Yeah. That I was definitely happy that that was going on with him. It's like, well, serves you right, you little bastard. I never liked him, but Felix I liked because he was more understanding towards Maeve.
And if anything, now that just to me goes to show that the asshole, not the asshole, but the other asshole, the writer,
Mm.
they don't need him anymore. Now that
No.
they got Felix.
Yeah, and Felix might actually be willing to help them.
Oh, you definitely know he's going to help. He's going to be more useful.
Mhm.
But you didn't watch Into the Badlands. Great
No.
episode.
I will watch it after I'm done with all of my housework.
No, it was a really good episode.
Yeah.
This episode, it kind of showed what's his name? I'm blanking on his name. Not Sonny, Nick Frost character.
Baje.
It kind of showed Baje's human side.
Okay.
He kind of has a human side, and like I said, it was a good episode. I like it.
Mhm.
I'll just leave it at that until you watch it. There's not much more I can say.
Yeah. And then of course the other show that I didn't watch was the 100. And the thing is, I
Oh
really
man.
wanted to, but I just couldn't do it. The 100, as far as I know from what I got of the preview, is that Clark and Maddie are captured by the prisoners.
Yes and no,
Okay.
but we'll get to that when we get to Wednesday. I mean
Okay.
to Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, let's talk about that dreaded Supergirl.
Yeah, I was not a fan of Supergirl. I was not.
Oh,
Oh my God, Supergirl. It was if there was ever a perfect example of what a filler episode is, this episode would be that example.
not even the fact that it was filler. If there's ever a perfect example of why Supergirl season one started like this, as
Mm-hmm.
it started weak, but each episode it got better,
Mm-hmm.
and then season two it stayed here.
It plateaued.
It was good, it
Mm-hmm.
had meaning, and then season three has just been a straight up disaster, downfall, down
Mm-hmm.
forward spiral, garbage, this
Yeah.
whole moral dilemma bullshit. Supergirl kick ass, take names later.
Yeah, I don't like this season so far. I really
This
don't.
oh
And
god. This is reminding me of Arrow season three.
yeah, I would have to say Supergirl season 3 is the Arrow of is Arrow season 3. Yeah, it was bad. I don't like it at all. I cannot wait for this season to be over. And I'm hoping that season 4 will be better.
I think they need to just retool, go back to basics, and give the people their proper power levels. Like really, oh, Alex, don't worry, I got a new suit for you.
Yeah, I thought that was really strange. Where they
I
went
thought it was
into
cheesy.
when they went into Rain's Fortress of Solitude, everybody like crashed through the wall, through the ceiling, and landed and did the whole like superhero landing. And Alex was among them. And I'm like, why is she here? I mean, she has no super strength. From that distance would probably kill her or seriously injure her.
Oh, it's sad, dude. It's
So
just
I guess
ridiculous.
Wynn is capable of developing a suit that gives her like super strength and super endurance or something like that. I don't know.
I'm glad Win has not been part of the crossover.
No, he was technically.
They don't need to bring him back because honestly, I think Cisco is way smarter.
Eh, yeah,
All right,
Cisco
that's
is
enough,
smart.
Supergirl, because this show sucked.
Yeah, it
It's
wasn't good.
been sucking all season.
Mm.
Let's move over to the Flash.
I wasn't a fan of the Flash either.
What? I thought the Flash was good.
I didn't like it. It was another filler episode, and it wasn't a good one.
I thought it was pretty decent.
Didn't
I
care for
enjoyed
it.
it.
I didn't like it. I mean, I thought Amunet was cool. I don't like how Caitlyn was reacting, where she was angrier than she needed to be, and I didn't
She's
like that.
trying to awaken her hidden potential, but
I didn't like it. And then, of course, we had that whole thing of like Iris wanting to write that article. And Barry was like, "Yeah, I'm not so sure if you should do this." And even though he was like, "Okay, let's do it," and the people didn't disappoint them, they were like, "Oh yeah, we'll help you find DeVoe." But thing is, just the entire episode felt kind of pointless.
well, it wasn't pointless. It got Harry and the Hendersons to come out and play.
What, the Council of Harrisons? God damn it. That has to be one of the most idiotic things I have ever seen. I would prefer to be among the Council of Wells, even with that stuck up German asshat.
Oh, that council is ridiculous. You have the one that wants to be like a godfather.
Not really a godfather, but more like a gangster. Like not like a rapper gangster, but like an actual like mobster type gangster.
Yeah, that was just horrendous. And then the other idiot, the French pansy.
Yeah, you know what that reminded me of? You haven't watched the show, but iZombie has been freaking fantastic this season. And there is a character in the show who is French, and he's a zombie that works with the mercenary group of zombies. And he was he was talking about like one of the victims was being a stoner, and Ravi, the main character, Liv's best friend and partner, decide as the French zombie was walking away, Ravi says to him, "Go watch some Jerry Lewis movies, you frog bastard." I love that show. I laughed for like a good 10 minutes after he said that.
And you're laughing still now.
Yeah, you need to watch iZombie. It is a fantastic show. It is really, really good.
There's nothing in it that I see that would interest me, honestly.
It's been great. Well, the thing is that Liv, the main character, she plays a different character every episode. I mean, it really changes it up. I mean, because she inherits the traits and personality of the people that she eats the brains of. Like she's eating the brain of somebody like a carefree person who loves to go out and experience life. She's eaten the brain of a fat, like extremely overweight gamer that likes to troll people over the internet. She ate a brain of that guy. So that was a great fucking episode. Um, she also ate the brain. Recently, she ate the brain of an aspiring rapper, and so she would like dress up like in those types of outfits, and she would talk the same way.
Wow.
It was really really good.
Mm. Okay, I'll take your word, but I still won't watch it.
Yeah,
Now, I know you haven't watched 100 yet,
yeah.
and you're going to soon.
Hmm.
But oh, what a phenomenal episode!
I'll watch it. I mean, the show has been great so far. The first two or three episodes have been great.
This one did not touch in the bunker at all. It was
Okay.
basically Clark, the group that
Mhm.
is after her, and
Mhm.
then Bellamy's crew up in space.
Yeah. I kind of figured it wouldn't deal with the bunker because why would they?
They go
Last
back to the bunker next week.
Yeah, the bunker was last week, and just to give us an idea of what happened from their perspective, and then we get to see Octavia being in charge. But the thing is, to reveal what's been going on currently in the bunker so soon would be a waste. I think they need to like hold off and let it like build up the excitement.
The only thing I will say is, for you, this will be a slight spoiler,
Mhm.
but Clark and Bellamy see each other.
Oh, they do.
Yeah,
Okay. So Bellamy and his crew do make it down to Earth.
yeah. But there's
Okay.
a twist as far as that, and I'll leave that for you to see during the show.
Okay. All right. I kind of figured that they'd make it down to Earth eventually.
Yeah, but I like that it's paying off.
Mhm.
So let's see. They While they went to the other ship, they got information about where that ship came from and all that other stuff.
Mhm.
So they were, it explains some things to knowing where that vessel came from. And I have to say, they did a really good job with the CGI on that ship.
They did. They really did. Yeah.
So, it was good. But that's that for this week's show.
Okay.
We will be back next Wednesday around 2 p.m.
Mhm.
Don't forget, gentlemen and ladies, to like, share, subscribe, and as always, enjoy your entertainment.
Bye-bye.